Welcome back to County Supplies Kitchen. Market Chef, Chef Ryan.
We're back.
Nice to see you.
It's summer.
Baking hot outside, another roasting day.
It is indeed. It's good to be back in the kitchen.
What I've got for you today, Ryan, on this lovely warm summer's day, is a beautiful baby petite salad, I'd call this, from amazing cherry tree farm in Kent. Tina and James, amazing specialist growers in what they do here. Bought the farm back around about 2010, come to the market, spoke to chefs like yourself, wanted to see what you wanted, and what they've created here is 6 different types of salad in this mix. They don't just do this mix, Ryan. They grow coriander, wild garlic, and their courgette flowers, well, they are to die for. They are a real summer treat.
I mean, listen to that. Don't know if you can pick up that sound, but that is a crunchy, fresh salad that I want on my table.
You haven't tasted it yet, Ryan. This gear here is superb. What are you going to do for us today, Chef?
Well, firstly, I'm going to try the produce, and then we're going to get into a cracking dish where I'm going to teach you and everybody watching what it takes to make a great salad. Firstly, incredible ingredients, fresh, know your ingredients, and what it takes to keep that simple thought of making a great salad but keeping it simple. Simple dressing, some herbs added, and what to do to get you to Pleasure Town when it comes to a great plate or bowl of salad.
Chef, I can't wait. Let's get cooking.
Welcome back to the kitchen here at Covent Garden, County Supplies. I'm Ryan Stafford, and today we've got some delicious ingredients. In focus today, we've got an incredible central ingredient, and that central ingredient is from Cherry Tree Farm. It's, well, what more can I say? I mean, look at that for produce. They're young leaves. We've got some mustard leaf in there, we've got some radish leaf, we've got some pak choi leaf. I can't even name them all, there's so many in there. You've got a little bit of rocket, Mizuna, and from what I understand, they pick what you want and can make the mix how you want it, which for me as a chef, control is everything for balance. But today the fundamentals, what I wanted to talk to you guys about and kind of help hopefully educate people that salad doesn't just have to be salad. And a big mistake that we all do, including myself in the past, is we get some leaves out and they're always the afterthought. We need a bit of salad, the rocket comes out onto the plate, balsamic and olive oil. There's nothing wrong with it, it's great. But does it go with the meat or the fish or the rest of the party? And that's what I wanted to talk about today. So the dish that we're gonna create is a Cherry Tree Farm. Young leaves, nice selection. They're wispy, they're crisp, they're delicate. Again, look in here, we've got some pak choi, mustard leaf, rocket, I think Mizuna. I may stand to be corrected, but just beautiful. I mean, this is what people should be doing. You know, chefs, cooks, as soon as you get that salad open, don't just read what it is if you're buying from the supermarket, but at County, I often speak to Rob and the team down there about what's available, what's good, and these are put before me, and I don't have too many questions because they're fresh, they're beautiful, and they're balanced, and they're not too peppery. But I think one of the key takeaways that I'd like from this is that you taste your leaves and you figure out what's going to go with them. Some leaves are quite sweet, in which case, you know, a vinegar would be great, a little drizzle of olive oil to add some pepperiness. But if you've got rocket, watercress, mustard leaf, and you've got that pepperiness, to then put olive oil on them would be a disaster because you're kind of like just adding more weight of what they are. So yeah, the dish today, we're going to do a very simple take on an English mustard dressing with a twist. We're going to add some miso. And miso is great, that umami, that round big cuddle that you get from it of warmth in a soup, and also as a salt, whether it's marinating fish. But in dressings, miso plays a big role. It's almost like having an umami kind of rich backbone, and the mustard comes through and gives you that vinaigrette flavour. And again, I've got some rice wine vinegar. English leaves, English mustard, a little bit of the Far East, just playing a big role. And also, when you've got these leaves, in question here, we've got some really delicate leaves. And tasting these is not too much pepperiness, so we've got some tarragon, some marigold flowers. Big fan of using flowers that actually taste of things, and cress, not just for looks. But they have a real nice pop of colour as well that's going to look really vibrant. You've got some chervil, which will add some anise. And again, some kind of like fresh, grassy anisiness from the tarragon. So to start, we've got these beautiful leaves from Cherry Tree Farm. They've been washed and they're good to go. One thing as well, if your leaves haven't been washed, you want to give them a good wash. It's probably a bit of an afterthought, but you don't want to serve wet leaves, big no-no, because you're going to put that dressing on there. and you'd be surprised how much liquid's in there. So you put this dressing on, beautiful leaves, and then it goes really watery. Best way to do it at home is what I like to do. Wash the leaves if you don't have a fancy spinner. Get a big clean kitchen cloth, lay the leaves, kind of wrap them up a little bit and shake them like an old school bag of crisp. Get all that liquid, it'll go into the cloth, and there you go, nice dry leaves. And then let's start with the dressing. So we want to go in the base of the dressing. I like a punchy dressing. 2 nice big teaspoons of English mustard. 3 tablespoons of miso. I like Seiko miso, which is white miso. You can get some fancy brown and dark and red misos. I like the light brown, caramelly, white miso, as it's called. So 3 tablespoons of that. A pinch of salt. Don't want to be like the BFG pinch of salt, do you? You'll have problems. But yeah, just a nice kind of half teaspoon of salt would be perfect. 3 tablespoons of rice wine vinegar. And then we want to just mix all of that together with a whisk. It's going to be quite thick, the dressing. It's going to be quite punchy. That English mustard's very, very strong. So another key takeaway that I want from today is if you know your leaves, you know the flavour, and they taste fresh and delicate, then you know how to be delicate with the dressing. And if you don't care about leaves and you just throw loads of dressing on there and you're just happy with that, then that's okay. But there's definitely a balance. And definitely in restaurants, in the restaurant that I run, one of the salads that we have are seasonal leaves, very, very close to this. We taste the leaves and we figure out how much dressing, and they change, so we change our approach to them. That's really, really important. So give that a nice little mix. So you got a nice little emulsion. Try the dressing. And that miso with the mustard almost adds like a barbecue-y kind of spice. It's really nice, really gets the juices going in your mouth, and it's really, really nice. Okay, so that's our plate. It's very, very simple. That we're going to serve on. Now we've got our leaves. I'm going to taste in some of these leaves. It's kind of flat and earthy. We've got the mustard frills here. Don't know why I think this. Me and Robert were talking before. It tastes like old school mashed potato. But it's got balance. It's nice, earthy. The baby pak choi. Slightly watery, crispy and fresh. And then you've got a little bit of it's like radish top or mustard leaf with a little bit of spice. When you think, what do they taste like? Well, you try a nice wine and you say, oh, that's nice because it's sweet, or that's nice because it's dry. And that's all you're doing here. You just put it in your mouth. Is it fiery? Is it really peppery? And if it is, you want to use less of the dressing. Is it really sweet and really fresh and really vibrant? Then you will need a bigger punch. Use more of the dressing. And that's something I'd like to kind of celebrate here. The herbs, they'll come into it at the end. We've got some tarragon. Again, really important. You'll see me trying everything. I'm the customs of quality of what goes on the plate, and so are you. You need to try the ingredients to know where you want to go. Anisey, fresh, almost minty, kind of acidic, fennelly taste from tarragon I get. And the same with the chervil, but a little bit fresher, a bit more like parsley and a bit grassy and peppery. Yeah, really nice. So I think I'm good to go. You get a little bit of that dressing. Just drizzle a little bit on there. It's quite a thick dressing. So it's a bit more like a Caesar or ranch dressing consistency. Now, lots of people go in there, don't get the tongs, don't get forks, you know, these are leaves. You want to kind of just move the leaves around a little bit and kind of let the leaves kind of dress themselves as you move it around. You don't want to overdress the salad. And they're waterproof. I don't know what it is in the salad leaves. Most salad leaves, liquid will run off them. And that's why it's key to have a nice thick dressing like this. If you look at kind of Caesar dressing, for example, it's quite familiar. It's a nice thick dressing, it sticks to the leaves, and therefore every mouthful is absolutely delicious. Overdressing a salad can be quite criminal, and dressing a salad 2 hours before you need it can also be a great tip not to do. But you want to, I put about a tablespoon and a half maybe in there, and then you just need to do the really, really simple bit, which is what your guests are going to do. Tastes delicious. What more is there to do? So beautiful leaves, really, really simple. Plating, really important. You could just throw it on there. I think as well, just a nice bit of height. And you can see, I'll do that again, just so you can see again. You're building the plate in the bowl. You want to capture that shape. You want to place it on the plate with a little bit of height. Let it stay wispy. Give it some height. It looks beautiful. That's all we do in restaurants. Just think about what we're doing. Create the mess in the bowl. Create the masterpiece on the plate. And don't waste anything. So just put a few of these, get really chefy. Just kind of a few wispy bits on top, kind of tails sticking up all over the place. Texture on the eye. We do eat with our eyes, very important. So a great salad, what is a great salad? A great salad for me is having great leaves and a great dressing. And a great salad should be a plate of leaves, if you're making a leafy salad, that you eat and you want to go back and back and back for more. A great salad shouldn't be a sidekick, it should be a centerpiece. And that's what we're trying to do here. So really, really nice bit of height. And again, just from a height, drop a few of these leaves over the top and just let them fall on the plate. And they'll pick up their own little vibe, let them, I like to call it an organized mess. Because it is a mess, but you're thinking about what you're doing at the same time, therefore organizing the mess. And you're getting all height, different variations of color. And a nice little pop from the French Marigold here. Beautiful blue plate. No need to dress, no need to throw olive oil all over it. We know what we're doing, we've tasted the leaves and we've tasted the dressing. There's a beautiful seasonal salad, cherry tree farm leaves, county supplies, the market chef. What more is there to say apart from tuck in? Rob, you want to come over and try? I was trying to figure out if I could use any more spoons. Simple salad with 10 spoons. A clean fork for you, my sir.
Cheers, chef.
So, tuck into that.
Look at that, the vibrancy and colour in that, it's
Simple.
amazing. You've got the red carpet in there, red chard, bit of Mizuna, Tatsoi leaf.
The expert.
Don't get much better than that, does it? This is what Cherry Tree Farm do. They are experts in baby leaf. Look at that.
Simple dressing.
Oh.
Rich, slightly salty, acidic. You got all that crunch, and you're respecting the leaves. You get all
So
the
many
flavour of the
different
leaves.
flavours in that. It's beauty. It is. At its finest.
I'm glad you've enjoyed it. I've
Chef,
enjoyed making it.
Thank you very, very much. Market chef Ryan Stafford, County Supplies. Cheers, chef. Thank you.